Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community and around the world. We're officially back. But I'm in Moosh. Are you going to say it?
I mean, I didn't know if we were muted or not.
Are you going to say it, dude?
We're back.
We're back. Officially in motion. We got Chelly on today because I want to talk some hockey. I want to know what the hell happened in Nichushkin. I did not get to tap in on a lot of sports last night, but I have some things I do want to talk about. I put out the Mavs, Avs, and Phillies. Holy legacy comeback from the Phils. Just want to give them a round of applause. I feel like they're doing a great job out there in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The Mavs and Avs, that was one of the most moose shit straight bet duos of all time. Like I would literally put it up there, and I've made some pretty horrible wagers. I'd put it up there with two of my worst just because a Mavs melt and the Avs are just, I don't even know what to say about them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an Avs fan, it's over. Season's over. At least if you're a Thunder fan like Trent, you have a little bit of a pulse because that Mavs melt at home, that's just unacceptable. Like, you just can't have that on your home court. But I don't know. How are you feeling, Mikey?
And Liverpool. Fucking
Oh,
scumbags.
dude, huge.
Like literally diehard Liverpool fan. Like the fact that this is how they want to send Klopp off is just fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but
like, it's just disgusting.
You did say, like, just saw the lineup, not feeling too confident.
Dude,
and
I felt horrible about it.
Nuked Villa after you said that.
Chelly comes downstairs. He goes, "Liverpool's Mikey's POD."
I felt horrible
Might have
about
to fade.
I felt horrible about it. I literally texted our group chat because someone was like Liverpool, and I was like, dude, no, don't do it. Because it was just too much. That's why I did draw no bet, because I knew they were going to melt. Like, I know they melt. It's what we love to do. All right, let's run the graphic. There's some things I want to talk about that happened in the world last night. Let's run it. What in the world? The segment where Josh and I, now Chelly, talk about what happened in the world last night. Can you explain to me what happened with Nichushkin?
Yeah, so he violated NHL's like drug abuse like standard. So he, I guess, since the playoffs, and they do it during the regular season too, they randomly drug test players. He failed the drug test, and he was immediately suspended for 6 months without pay. Yeah, this isn't good, man. So at first I was like, oh, maybe he's roiding up, juicing up, but no, he's not juicing up. He's a Russian dude, and they're known for just not being able to stay away from the cocaine. Yeah, Kuznetsov, same thing happened this year, and then he got sent down to like the lower league, and then brought him back up, and now he's on the Canes, and he's scoring in the playoff. I mean, these Russian guys they're automatic. But with that being said, like, a lot of them can't stay away from prostitutes and cocaine.
So a good hang.
So yeah,
So
but I mean, when you value that stuff over hockey and, you know, your dream career and being a millionaire and, you know, having everything for you at the end of the day, like, dude, just wait till the end of the playoffs. If you're going to do, like, they all do it. Like, it's, I hate to say it, but like, remember the video of that dude that came out? He posted it on his own Instagram story of him doing coke, and he's in the NHL, or he was in.
Oh yeah. I know.
Like we get it, dude. You're hockey players. Like, you guys are absolute savages. Like, you all do it, but wait until the end of fucking regular season if you're gonna, you know. But he's had problems with it in the past. Nichushkin also was in. He was proven innocent, or whatever the charges got dropped, but he was involved in some sex trafficking stuff as well.
Oh, good.
So this isn't the best dude in the world.
Wow.
Putting that out there. But Mikey turns to me and he's like, hey, why'd I get DNP for Nichushkin to score a goal? I was like, it's going to be DNP for quite some time, my friend, because he might never touch the ice.
That square is never going to turn pink.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like you should be allowed to do drugs while you're in a league, as long as they're not helping you perform.
Yeah, I feel like maybe not cocaine before you throw the skates on.
But you think it's before the skates? I thought it would just be like a night out.
I'm sure it's not. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sex trafficking in parks, I don't think that's funny. Nichushkin just sounds like a good hang. I feel like he'd be a good time.
Sex trafficking in part is crazy.
Well, I don't know if that's like confirmed or not.
It's not. I mean, yeah, no, they proved him innocent.
But if he's just hanging out at the strip club joint a little bit too much, railing some lines, like, that's not a bad hang.
No, I mean these Russian guys know how to party for sure.
But I don't know if I'd want to like hang with him because he might be all. Here's my thing though. I feel like if we're ranking athletes you want to hang out with, I think it's NBA, NFL, NHL. Because I feel like hockey guys have a beer or two and they just lose their noggins. NFL guys, I feel like, are just always looking to mix. Like, I've never seen an NFL guy go to the club and then not end with a fight or a shootout. And then NBA guys, like, I just think they like to go to the strip club and throw a lot of money around.
I don't know, dude. NBA guys, for me,
like John Morant is in the club, fucking that floor was green.
Yeah, he was by himself.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying,
dude. Something about NBA players just rubs me the wrong way. Like everything I've heard about them, like Kevin Durant seems like a weirdo. Did you even get to meet him? By the way, did you get to meet Kevin Durant this weekend?
No, he didn't pull out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, see what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? Like clockwork, man.
Right, well, if you had to rank the leagues you'd want to hang out with, who would you want to hang out with the most?
I mean, NHL for sure. First, those guys.
What positions?
Tendies. Those guys are.
You want to hang out with some tendies?
Dude, they're psychotic. Jeremy Swayman. You're telling me you don't want to hang out with Jeremy Swayman a little bit. He seems like a beast. And dude, I mean, probably tendies and then D-men. Like anybody who's willing to put their body on the line. To me, like a guy who would just take a shot.
All right, who's your top 3 players you'd want to get a beer with?
Oh my god. I feel like I'd want to get a beer with Patrick Kane for sure.
Wow, that's a great one.
I feel like after that interview, he's like, "You like touching me? You like touching guys?" You ever see that interview?
No, dude.
What?
Dude, he's just like me off guard.
It's like a 2010 interview, and like this dude's just like, "Yo, Patrick," you like tapped him on the shoulder. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing? You like touching me? You like touching guys?" It's literally one of the most classic.
Have you heard the Patrick Kane story with the girl too?
No.
Oh my god, you gotta.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
He got like accused of something bad. It was not real, but like
we are
apparently
today.
no. The true story is so funny, like so funny.
You're gonna have to spark note it for
apparently she domed him off, and he told her to leave, and then that was it. And then she like filed.
I'll get a beer
shit
with him.
against him.
All right, so Pat
He
Kane,
literally just got domed and was like, "Get the fuck out of my house."
All right, so Pat Kane 1A.
Um,
Unanimous? No, I'm just kidding. All right, who do you like?
Dude,
Pat Kane?
I really like. I mean, this is gonna be a sleeper, but like Jeff Skinner on the Sabres.
Are you just doing all hockey guys?
Isn't that what you said?
I'm just saying in all time. Like your top 3 guys you want to get a beer
all-time
with.
beer guys. I mean, like, can I get beer with WWE players?
Oh, dude, you want to get a beer with a wrestler? I feel
Dwayne
like
the Rock
Dude.
Johnson.
I feel like he'd be so fake.
Yeah,
That's what I think about wrestling. Like,
There's
I feel
definitely some
like,
cool ones.
like I think like you hear all the behind the scenes about Logan Paul. He's apparently like the worst guy of all time, but like on the camera, everyone loves him. Like I just don't know if WWE player is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to get a beer with the WWE guy.
Dude, I feel like
I
a
do.
UFC guy would be electric. Cause
I
like,
know, dude. I
but-
feel like they get a beer in him, and like we were on Sean O'Malley, dude, and we talked about
he was
fighting for like
show.
2 seconds, and he touched my jaw, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
dude, he was a great time. He was moving his feet, dancing and shit.
He was dancing,
And
yeah.
you know that when
Just-
you're
he's
with
probably
those,
shuffling, just wait for someone to come up
Yeah.
so you can just.
when
fucking
you're with
put him to
those guys,
sleep.
there's no threat. You're
Yeah,
just
no,
with
yeah,
them,
that's
like
true.
anything.
Or
can
there's
happen.
even more threat because idiots want to try him. I feel like it's one
Yeah,
of the
but there's
two.
no threat for you.
No,
Because
no,
if
yeah,
something
yeah,
happens,
I just
well,
get to
they'll
watch.
I thought you were gonna say there's even more threat because they're actually not allowed to fight because their hands are registered as lethal weapons.
I think that's
That's crazy.
I think that's fake, but
what?
I wouldn't be
I
shocked.
really think that's fake. I thought you were gonna
Can
be
you
like
fix
that's
the Chatimus?
yeah.
I think if I had to go, my top 3 guys to get a beer with, active players, Joe Burrow would be number 1. I feel like he'd either be a great hang or I'd find some things out about him that I didn't like in terms of like he might just be socially awkward. But I think he's one of those guys just like a great hang.
Really?
Yeah, I really do think so.
Okay.
My number 2 would be Josh Hart. I just feel like he's funny.
Yeah.
Like everything that's happened this year, I just feel like he'd be a funny guy. Although I've heard in the locker room, he's a bit of a troll. So I feel like he might be trolling my shit a little too hard. You know what I mean? Like he might
Yeah.
just start making fun of me, but Josh Hart, definitely my number 2. Number 3, I feel like is up for grabs because I feel like I'd want to get a beer with a hockey guy. I'd want to get a beer with an offensive lineman. I'd want to get a beer with like a golfer. Like I feel like sneakily like
Oh yeah.
hit the course with Ricky Fowler and just drill transfusions would be so much fun. But I don't know. I feel like that's the third one is where it gets lost for me a little bit. Like definitely wouldn't want to get a drink with a soccer player and they're all a little bit
No,
weird.
yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
Jack Hughes, like
Like, yeah, like But I've seen him drink in Hoboken. That's just like drink with one of my buddies. So I don't think that would be like
And,
as exciting as I think.
Yeah, he's also just gonna be a chick magnet. Like he's just gonna have hoes on him.
I've seen it live.
John Daly would be dope.
At Mike's
Dude
Moose
said that.
Saloon in Hoboken. Dude, Jack Hughes is just there every weekend.
Drinking with John Daly on a golf course would be all time.
Yeah, that'd be all time.
All time.
I'm going to go number 3, Phil Mickelson on the course from Transfusions. I feel like that'd be great. He's a degenerate. We throw a parlay together. We bet every hole, and we drill some transfusions.
That might be my number 1 now you said that.
Phil?
I forgot he was a DJ.
Dude,
Yeah.
such a DJ, dude. Such a DJ.
Dude, also, I feel like playing with a guy on Live would be dope. Or like hanging with a dude on Live would be dope.
Brooks
Because,
Koepka's
because
a
they
great
all just
beer.
have
Unbelievable.
dumb bread.
Well,
Yeah.
who'd your top 3 be?
Probably Brooks, one of them.
Yeah.
I would definitely want
Josh
to
would be like
drink.
Ryan Poles.
I would definitely want to drink with one of the players, like Anthony Rizzo would be dope. I love.
Yeah, there's
Anthony
some
Rizzo.
baseball guys that would be fun, right?
Like when he was in the Cubs, he used to like go over to the Cubby Bear after the game, and just like go drink with fans and
That's
shit, like
sick.
hang out with them. Those
Love that.
two. I'm trying to think. Oh, John Jones.
How you not saying Brian Urlacher?
No, not Brian Urlacher. Brian Urlacher, he's too much of a hardo. John Jones.
I don't know. John Jones might invite his brother, who's just like brain dead at this point.
He
Might
ain't
get
inviting his
weird,
brother.
dude.
Dude, John, I just would love to pick his brain on like what he feels like before fights, because he doesn't. It seems like he doesn't give a fuck about the fight
Just
leading up
rails
to it.
coke.
Yeah, exactly. And then he gets in there and just murders people.
Yeah,
Seen a
that's
lot
true.
of people in chat put who they would want. and
Kelsey brothers are
I've seen a
square, man.
lot of Travis Kelsey, which is
That's too
surprising.
square for me, man.
But like
No,
no, but I
that's-
feel like Jason Kelsey is the pick. That
Oh,
I
he
for
would be
sure.
fun to get.
He
a
would be
beer
elect,
with.
yeah.
Yeah, he'd be fun to get a beer with.
That would be
Who are
dope.
you? So who would your top 3 be? I don't want to put you on the
Oh
spot.
my
but if you don't
God.
have it, you don't have
No,
it.
I mean Patrick Kane for sure. Talk about fucking all those cup runs. They're just fucking electric. Dude, you got me wanting to fucking drink with Phil and play 18.
dude,
not
wouldn't that
gonna
be
lie.
sick?
And just like throw like an MLB lay, like Nerfy lay.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Why the fuck we doing that, Phil? Like, I don't fucking know. Like,
Drew Aller rumors.
Drew Aller.
no, dude.
I
Please
don't even
don't.
know if he's.
Don't let me
21.
get near that kid. Don't let me with him.
You could also be like contrarian to pick a guy that you just want to like shit on. Like, I
Yeah.
want to get a beer with him just to yell at him.
All right, John Gruden.
Like I'd get a beer with Zach Wilson and just like bully him.
Yeah. That's
verbally.
fucked up.
I don't think I could physically bully him.
You still like
verbally.
Zach Wilson though, from what I've heard.
No, he's on Denver now. He can fucking kick. But I wouldn't mind if he was successful because then it would prove me right that I know we failed them.
Dude, me getting drinks with Derek Carr would end dangerously for Derek Carr,
That's
dude.
so good. But speaking of basketball, because we were just talking about it a little bit, I did want to just say something really quickly. Rick Carlisle is literally the biggest bitch in the NBA. The way he was acting in games 1 and 2 about foul calls and fouls and basically blaming the losses on the referees, and now having completely switched up after getting fined, by the way. He was like, we've got 74 plays and I'm going to submit now that I didn't want to submit because when you submit, the other team can look at him, but now I'm going to submit him. And then they were like, oh, we looked at him. You're a fucking idiot. None of them were fouls. And now you're fined $30,000. And now that the Pacers have tied the series, you don't hear a thing from Rick Carlisle about the refereeing. Because you know if they were bitching and they were losing at home, if they lost game 3, you know Rick Carlisle's bitching. Like he does this weird neck scratch thing. Like he's become my least favorite coach in the NBA. Like what a bitch move. I hated playing sports with kids like that, that when you're down, it's the ref's fault. And then when you're winning, it's like, oh, we're playing great ball. Like that whole Pacers team, I've completely turned against. But that just pissed me off. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that kind of behavior like is so annoying.
No, I agree.
So annoying.
I wonder if it's because they won or if it's because he got fined. I feel like he would keep doing it because I feel like that fine wasn't that much money.
It was
for him.
$30,000.
Yeah, like he could-
that's nothing.
He
to
could
them.
eat that 4 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's because they're winning. Now there's no point to complain.
Yeah.
Which is just like the most bitch thing ever. And I fucking hate it so much. It makes me so angry.
Bring up the fines. Do you actually know where all that money goes? Like the money that
I have no
players
idea where it
and
goes.
coaches get fined? They say that it goes to charity, that they donate it to charity. I do not believe it for a second, but that is
Yeah.
what
That is what it says.
I doubt it.
like they got.
What charity? Does it have charities listed?
It's the NBA is the only league that does not publicize what specific charities receive donations.
Oh
That's
my
not going
god,
to
dude!
Everyone else does.
Man,
right?
that's not going to charities,
See,
man.
the NFL makes sense. The NFL contributes a large sum to retired players with health problems.
Oh my
like
God.
that's
I mean, that's also like genius
Yeah.
cash flow because
Yeah.
the NFL is full of idiots. So you just can constantly help everyone out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually really cool. I like that. But the NBA is not giving it to a fucking
No, dude.
charity.
Adam Silver's charity of
Did
pocket.
you see LeBron James courtside with a bottle of wine? Like, when can he just be normal?
Wait, what?
he brought a full bottle of wine
to the
courtside.
courtside to the Cavs game.
Di-
And Bronny's staying in the draft. This is going to be the dumbest NBA draft of all time.
Dude, I saw a video yesterday saying that having the number 1 overall pick this year is like having the number 9 overall pick in any other year.
Holy shit, it's that bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
And the
That's-
Pistons
so, like, you're getting
somehow
Denny
still got
Avdia.
the 5th pick after being the worst franchise again.
You're getting Denny Avdia at 1
Like,
this
wha-
year, like that type of player at 1.
Like, why are the Hawks? Why did I just say it like that?
The
Like a
Hawks.
Midwestern.
Hawks,
The
yeah.
Hawks. Why are the Hawks the number 1 pick in the draft?
Dude, you know what's fucked too is that would have been the Bulls if we lost that play-in game. We beat the Hawks in the first play-in game to fuck ourselves. If we would have lost that game, we're the
It's
1
like
pick.
again, like you said, it's one of those drafts where it's like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, but we're so bad that it does. Like we
But like,
can
I
use
don't know if
anything.
Alex Sarr is gonna be that good.
So, like, do you take Bronny hoping that just automatically gets LeBron?
I
as
think that's
well?
what people are saying.
Yeah.
People are saying that towards the later rounds in the first, if the Lakers don't do it, that it would be so funny if an NBA franchise took Bronny and like held him captive to get LeBron.
held him captive is insane.
Well, dude, you're not going to use him.
Yeah.
They've been saying since he was in high school that he's 6'4", and they finally did his measurements. He's 6'1"
With no shoes.
What?
with no shoes.
It's probably like 6'3".
Dude,
But
Which-
like they've been saying
it's
6'4".
like my fucking hinge profile. Literally been living off
Yeah,
a
he's
hinge
been
profile.
hinging right now. He's literally hinge profiling in the NBA.
That's insane.
All right, do you want to serve some slate? We got a good bit of time.
Yeah.
Serve some slate. Let's do it.
It's today. Let's go.
Welcome to Surf Slaters, slate surfers, surf slaters, slate surfers. The part of the show where we surf some slate and we talk about the picks on the board and give you what you need. We're also going to do something special today, guys. We're going to bring one person up to give me a play to tail. I think we're going to start doing it every episode where you just give me one play to tail and I'll tail it. It can't be an under, but it can be anything else. Having said that, I'm going to address the rumors. Words have been spreading about me on the internet. I want to address a couple of them. I want to address the main one today. I feel like there's been a lot said about me on the internet the past couple days, and I just want to get out in front of it, and I want to come clean to you guys. I've officially taken my first less than and will be breaking the Mikey Over's promise that I made when I first made my accounts on social media. I've locked in my WNBA season-long entry, and I will be taking Diana Taurasi less than 15.5 points per game because she is a dumb bitch. And I hate her with all my heart. And I cannot wait to watch her washed ass average 9 points per game on the Buns Phoenix Mercury. And I'll be pairing that with Caitlin Clark, more than points, because she has not only brought charter jets to the WNBA, but she has finally brought viewership to a sport that I think deserves it once Diana Taurasi leaves. Once Diana Taurasi leaves the fucking league, I think the WNBA is going to be one of the better products on TV because of Caitlin Clark. So I'm going to ride with my girl, and I'm going to fade that dumb idiot Diana Taurasi for an entire year and break the Mikey Over's promise.
That's crazy.
$1,000 to win 4.
I love it.
I tailed the
locked in.
fuck out of that square.
I love that.
That's locked in.
We are in Moose.
It's a
if
grand to win
Diana-
4.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
We are in
It's a
Moose
grand
if Diana
to win
Taurasi has like an insane year though.
We're going to see.
Dude,
But
but she's
she's
just
not gonna-
not.
No,
You're
I
gonna
agree.
see.
She's just
She's mid and she sucks, and I'm over it.
I added if you want to add
And if you
something
want to add
else.
Sophie Cunningham over, I don't mind it.
I was gonna say if you want to add something else, we can fade the fuck out of Brittany Griner too. Because I did that. I faded Brittany Griner, I'll be
Which
honest.
is still going to go down as the worst trade in the history of all trades.
Yep.
The Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner, who's averaging what, 9 and 8, 7 and 8.
Wow, you're actually pretty close.
yeah.
What does she average?
Brittany Griner.
Not a lot. She's averaging 8 rebounds, which is what I faded.
And she's like 7 feet tall.
How many points? She averaged 17.5 points last year.
How many rebounds?
Give me a sec.
8.
Dude,
She averaged
like I actually would do anything.
6.3.
So we traded The Merchant of Death for
Dude,
a
like,
center that can't average a double.
You know what's crazy? I thought we lived in
Fucking
a
crazy.
democracy. We should be able to veto.
Yeah, I would have liked to veto that trade.
Like, that's collusion, Mr. Commish.
I would have liked to veto that trade. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a trade we look back on, and we should have vetoed that trade.
Yeah.
Are
Like, if-
you?
We're on one today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Are you-
We are. I think
Are
I
you-
brought some hostility into it.
Are you allowed to take Caitlin Clark twice in a go whale or no? Like for a different
I
thing,
don't think so.
Like
I
with
didn't
someone
even
else?
Try.
dude? Because her assist is.
I agree. Lauren was the first one that brought that
Yeah.
up. I agree. I
I'm
love
on
her
that
assists.
as well.
I also, if you want to do Caitlin Clark more than assists and Sophie Cunningham more than points, I love that too. Sophie Cunningham's going to have an increased role for the Mercury this year. She's going to become a starter, and she's going to be getting the ball way more. And then Caitlin Clark dishes rock, dude.
Yeah.
But it starts today. So if you guys want to tail the two-piece where I'm breaking the Mikey Over promise, it's Caitlin Clark points more than, Diana Taurasi less than.
You taking her points today?
Yeah, I'm going to take her points
22
today
and a half?
as well. Taking her points today as well. Let's start the season.
Do you know who I think soars over their points today?
Who?
Jewel Lloyd.
Wow.
Bucket getter on Seattle.
Wow.
Bucket
Wow.
getter. She's the same line as Caitlin. Oh, wait, no. Where's Caitlin at?
Wow.
Do they even have Caitlin's normal square? Oh, it's because I'm on the popular.
Wow. Wow.
It's 21 and a half. She's more than Caitlin.
That's nuts. That's actually crazy to me.
I like Jewel.
All right. Should we talk some hockey, Chelly?
Let's do it.
We've got the Panthers with a chance to close the series out
Mm.
and bonk the Bruins back to Boston. And we've got a chance for Vancouver to potentially take a 3-1 lead in Edmonton, or Edmonton to tie the series up.
Mhm.
I'm going to be honest with you. I put a whale on the Bruins last game
Insane.
to win in Boston.
They put up like 15 shots.
It was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
entire
not
life.
good.
I'm starting to think that the Panthers are who they say they are, and that the Bruins are getting sent home.
I mean, yeah, are you willing to lay the juice?
No. But I'm
Oh.
just saying what I think about these games, and I want you to tell me what the bets are,
Okay.
and tell me if I'm wrong or right.
Got it.
And I think the Oilers are doing what the Oilers do, and they're going to melt and lose this series to the Canucks for no reason, because they're the better team on paper.
Yeah. Goaltending's been a problem in that game. All right.
But let's
which one
start
do you
with the
want-
Bruins.
I was going to say, which one do you want to talk about
Start
first?
with the Bruins.
Bruins. All right. Panthers at home today. I do think that they close it out. I think that losing Brad for the Bruins is a big loss. He brought a lot of aggression, and he was just super important on the power play as well. He was pretty solid for them. So I do think the Panthers close it out today, but I like the over in this game a
Wow.
lot today.
5.5?
Panthers, 5.5. Panthers have been able to get to Swayman, and the Bruins, even though they have that minimal offensive production right now, I think they're going to be able to pot a couple in an elimination game. I think they do go down swinging. But the Panthers are really good. But Bob's been shown that even on this like 18, 20 shots they're putting up, the Bruins are putting up, they've been able to score 2 or 3. So I do think we get a banger here today in an elimination game. Elimination overs are also like some of my favorite overs today to take.
Really?
Yeah, because teams pull goalie early. They
Mm.
start to just completely abandon the defensive side of their zone and just go all out attack pretty much. And I think that opens up the ice even more. And this game or this series has been sneakily like quiet to start, quiet through the second, and then banger third periods where we're getting like 4 or 5 goal third periods. So if you can bet highest scoring period to be the third period, it's probably like -170, -180, but that is like such a good play.
And dude, I feel like I've been seeing clips as well. Swayman has been doing his best.
Dude,
Like the guy is literally like Mr. Elastic in net, but they're like the Bruins are letting him down.
yeah, 100%. I mean, Olmark was the guy last year, like standing on his head. Swayman just came in. I mean, dude, if the Bruins could score, Swayman would like that's the goalie you take and you win a cup with.
Yeah.
That's not just any like that's an Igor style like 50 saves a game. He's putting on an absolute show every game. But I mean, yeah, he's got no help. I mean, the Bruins just
And
aren't.
I don't like fading playoff Bob.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I think the Panthers, like, there's no pressure on them today. I think they come out, their power play's been fire. They've been able to score. Took both on the road in Boston. I think you come in today at home, you just play an open style of hockey. Bruins are going to be flying up and down the ice, all or nothing game.
No, Martian doesn't worry you?
I mean, he's questionable today. He might play. And even if he doesn't, like, I think they'll still be able to pot 2. We really just need 4-2,
Okay.
which I
Yeah,
think
I
we
don't hate
get no
that.
problem.
I don't hate
But-
that at all. I mean, the Panthers have proven that they're going to get their goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't like Bruins plus 1.5 or anything like that. We think the Bruins are going home. Sorry.
I think the Bruins don't have it in them. I really don't. I've watched every Bruins game, unfortunately. Swayman, best goalie of the playoffs, not even close. I mean, the Vancouver goalie's been absolutely electric, but not as good as Swayman. And yeah, I mean, it's sad, but this is how they're going out. You know, you're down 2-1 at home, about to drop another one to the Panthers last game,
Mm-hmm.
and you're putting up 15 shots.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Are
It's
you
literally a joke.
kidding me?
It's literally a joke.
You have to be embarrassed. But yeah,
Literally a joke.
so I do think Panthers win today, but I love the over in this game.
We have yet to have a game go under in this series. Vancouver, Edmonton.
Yeah, so Edmonton's actually starting their backup just because of how bad Skinner's been in this series.
Wow.
And Canucks historically have owned the Oilers regular season. Brock Besser, he had a hat trick in the first period last game, dude. I was waiting for that game because Brock's been absolutely unbelievable against the Oilers in his career. And yeah, I mean, he had his fucking hat trick in the first period last game. I'm not taking the over here. I'm really not. I think that we've seen it so many times already in the playoffs. First 3-4 games go over in a series, and then it's just a dead first period, and then you're just crawling. You're just praying for anything. We saw it in the Oilers
Mm-hmm.
in the Kings series last year, where every game went over, and then there was like a 1-0 game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might see that today, especially with Pickard in that for the Oilers. Seeloffs has actually been low-key good for the Canucks. Oilers are in desperation mode, though, which I'm not loving when Oilers are in desperation mode. But I do think that the Canucks are going to kind of bunker down, try not to give any Oiler early power plays away. And yeah, I don't want to take this over today, but I mean, that's why I'm on the Florida over. I wanted to give you an over at least, and I love that over. It's going to be my play of the day for sure.
Fun fact about the Vancouver Canucks. My dad and his buddies, when they were younger, used to play a game where you reverse team names, and Vancouver Canucks backwards is Revoak Van Skunek.
Wow.
That was their favorite one. I don't know why. They would get drunk and just like throw names in reverse. Revoak Van Skunek.
That's insane.
But okay, so there's no POD in the Oilers game. You kind of like the under with the backup goalie coming in for the Oilers. I have to say this. So we watched a couple games. Shout out to PLL Street Series. We went in New York. This PLL season is going to be fucking sick, guys. Like, it's going to be so much fun. So please tap in on the PLL this year. We're going to help you with all the bets you need going into the summer. We had a great time in New York. The Street Series is fucking sick. Make sure you go buy some merch. The merch is so sick. But we watched the Vancouver game in New York, me, Josh, Krabs, and Lauren. And, dude, the Canucks just like, I don't know how they do it. Because it's not impressive, it's not exciting, and they don't look good. But they just win hockey games for no reason. Like, it's like, oh, shit, the Canucks scored. You know what I mean? Like, there's no guy in the Canucks that you're like, holy shit. You know, like, when you watch McDavid and Draisaitl, it's like, this is fascinating. But when you watch the Canucks, there's, like, no one that you're like, whoa. But then you, like, check the screen, you're like, oh, the Canucks scored 3. Like, what?
Yeah, it reminds me of the Kraken last year.
Don't do that to Matty.
The
Beniers.
Kraken last
Don't do
year.
that to Matty Beniers, dude.
Sorry. But like he just isn't. We need.
All right, but no POD in the Canucks game. I'm not gonna lie. Canucks plus 1.5. Tell me why not to take it at this point. I feel like we've seen it before, Chelly. We've bet it before. I remember doing an episode of the old pod when I was in Colorado talking about the Oilers and taking them at like minus 200 in parlays and them getting sent home 4-1, 4-2, 4-3. Like, the Oilers are like the Dallas Cowboys. When they melt, they melt.
Yep. You're asking for my opinion on it.
I'm just saying, like, why would I not take the Canucks? If I'm like a casual hockey bettor and I'm just trying to bet, why would I not just take the Canucks plus 1.5,
Yeah.
knowing that the Oilers are in melt mode?
I mean, dude, if you're gonna take that, you should just take Canucks to win the series, because if Canucks win tonight, it's over. But yeah, I mean, this is a must-win game for the Oilers. I think that you say this is a must-win game for the Bruins last game, they come out and have 15 shots. You come out and say it's a must-win game for the Oilers, they'll come out and have 50 shots. That's
Okay,
the difference.
That's the difference. Okay.
Because this Oilers team is capable of doing that. So I wouldn't be ready to fade them, especially with you're changing the goalie. You're kind of just looking for a little bit of a spark in this series. And I think they find it tonight. They have the players for it. And dude, the Nucks just really, like, yes, they've owned the Oilers, but I mean, I feel like any Oilers fan will tell you that the Oilers have outplayed them in all 3 games.
I mean, they have. I've watched some of the I've watched the games. Even the game that we watched in New York, the Oilers outplayed them.
But
and
I think
they ended up winning, but it was like, dude, they outplayed them for sure. They outplayed them every game.
Me hearing you say you want to bet on the Nucks is like, okay, how many other people out there are just saying, yeah, you know what? Like the Nucks have won 2 in a row. Maybe it is time to switch to the Nucks. And this is the game the Oilers just get
Just
just
smoke
lick back.
Yeah, I don't
Someone just said this in chat, but Connor McDavid ice time, I feel like that should be air.
So I was talking to Freecoin about this. There's 3 players up for time on ice on PP.
Okay.
Look at the last 5. The last game, they all went over their line by like 7 minutes. Draisaitl, Bouchard, and McDavid. The only way that doesn't hit is if the Oilers come out
and kill him
and dick down the Nucks, which is
Could
a possibility
Yeah.
because they're at home. They're down 2-1 in the series, must-win game. So I was going to be all over those plays, but like now that I hear myself talking about it, it's like that could really happen. Like the Oilers could really come out
Dude,
and
but
do
rare
that.
Twitter chatter, T. Linney said only 28% of the money is on the Nucks, dude.
There's no chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking at the splits, but I'm not a big splits guy.
I'm also not a big splits guy. Wow,
I mean,
that kind of scares me though, if that's right.
I'll tell you.
Kind of makes me want to take those dirty little Canucks. I also just love that, like, now that they're going deep in the playoffs, that the Vancouver fans are just coming out, that everyone's like, you Vancouver fans are scumbags. Like, I love a scumbag fan base.
That person's right.
28% on
The
the
Oilers are getting.
I don't think Vinny would lie to us. Yeah, I was going to say. The Oilers are getting nuke pissed.
I've noticed that you're avoiding the Knicks Pacers game.
Well, we haven't even talked anything like that.
No,
we haven't even talked yet. We haven't even talked NBA yet. All right, so I'll take the over with you. I don't know what I'm going to do in that Oilers game, but I'm definitely going to bet it.
Good luck.
All right, the Knicks are playing the Pacers series tie. Come back to New York. Give me the Knicks. Like, I'll tell you what's happening right now is the same thing that's happening with the Suns Mavericks series when Jalen Brunson was on the Mavs. People forget Jalen Brunson has been on deep playoff runs before. This isn't his first time being there. He did it with the Mavs and Luka. Dude, this Pacer team is starting to talk shit when it's sweet, and they're starting to talk shit when they're up. And when Jalen Brunson's walking off the floor saying it's a long fucking series, this Pacer team is about to come into the Madison Square Garden and get punched in the mouth. Because that's what happens when you're young and you start talking shit when it's sweet and you're up and you're not doing it all series. Now you got to come back into Madison Square Garden after Josh Hart said he didn't bring the energy. He's the energy guy and I need to bring the energy, and I brought nothing. Now you're coming, you're talking shit to Dante DiVincenzo, who's been dropping 30 balls on you all series just because you have one good game from behind the arc, Hallie? Now you got to come into Madison Square Garden and you got to get checked. And that's what happens. And that's what's going to happen, dude. I wouldn't be shocked if the Knicks win by 20 plus. This is going to be a game where the Knicks, I mean, I don't want to sound like a loser because I think it's now like a loser thing to say, but this is where the Knicks, you stand on business at home. This team's talking shit when it's sweet. Now you got to come into Madison Square Garden. You got to do it in front of the Knicks. And I'll tell you what, that fan base is fucking revved up.
Does it scare you that the line just moved?
No.
It was 2.5. Now it's 2.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. Because I think I was deep into Knicks Twitter last night and people were hoping that OG was going to force himself to come back.
Yeah.
But now I think he's confirmed out again. And listen, Jalen Brunson's banged up. Like there's no mystery to that. He's banged up. But if he's leaving the floor telling you it's a long fucking series, this kid came up under Luka, right? Like he's been there when Luka's like, oh, do you want to talk shit when you're up? Now we got to come into New York and we got to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Timberwolves Nuggets, dude. I feel like this series has been flipped on its head.
Weird as fuck, dude.
I just feel like the Nuggets were like, and I think it's fair to them. Just felt like they were going to skate through the playoffs again.
Yeah.
And they met a team that was like ready to bottom, and they got botted 2 games in a row. And then they came out of Minnesota and were like, dude, we are the team that you should be scared of. Like, I don't know when the narrative got flipped that Minnesota was the team in the West, but I think they heard it in that locker room. And now they're out for blood because they're beating this Timberwolves team bad.
Yeah.
Like bad. So I feel like, why don't you just take the Nuggets? Like, they're ready. They're like,
Dude.
this Nuggets team, I feel like just flipped the switch into playoff mode.
You know what I kind of like in this game is the over.
I don't
205.5
either.
Because I think that Denver's offense has finally found it out. Everyone glazes Minnesota's defense. Like, they're really good. But I think Denver's offense has finally figured it out. And I think the Timberwolves put up a pretty good fight in today's game.
I agree. I think that's a great play, Josh. I love
So Gobert's been in the last 3 games, right? He just
Mhm.
missed game 1.
He missed 2 games, I believe.
I think he missed. No, I think he missed 1 game, and it was for the pregnancy. It was game 2. Because remember, it was like game 3. We're going back home and getting Rudy Gobert back.
Yeah, so he
'Cause
missed 2 games.
I think he only missed
No,
game
he missed
2.
game 1 because his pilot. Remember his pilot tweeted and said they were going to be there on time.
Game 1 and 2.
I think
I'm
he
just
missed
trying to
both.
figure out who the problem is.
Yeah, he missed both.
I mean, dude, the
Oh,
problem
no,
is
he just missed game 2?
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure he played.
Oh,
game
yeah,
1.
you're right. He did just miss game 2.
He played
Yeah.
game 1?
Yeah, because Cat went off game 2,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Or maybe he didn't go.
I mean, he's
game
he's
2.
not he's the problem. Defensive player of the year. You have to stop Jokic if you're getting defensive player in the year. But I think what we're seeing is the Denver Nuggets flip into playoff mode, and that's when like you either become unbeatable. Because
Dude.
it's like, dude, they're just ready to go.
You see Mahoney?
I wonder how
Yeah,
many
so-
times it's happened where a team has won both away from home and then lost the series. I feel like that's
It happened
pretty
to the
rare.
Devils against the Rangers.
Probably doesn't happen much.
It probably doesn't happen that often. That's
Maybe
pretty
a couple
crazy.
times.
But dude,
last year in the
as
NHL
like
playoffs.
somebody who doesn't bet on the NBA a ton, I want to nuke the Nuggets tonight.
I
'Cause
agree.
you don't lose 3 on home court, especially when you have all the momentum
And
coming
you're that
back home.
team, yeah.
and you're
they're
the
too
Nuggets.
good,
Yeah, like I think what you're looking at now is the Nuggets settling in and being like, all right, like we got to switch on now, and the Timberwolves being like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like we just got completely rinsed 2 games in a row at home. Like wasn't even close.
Yeah, like I might be completely off on this.
No, I don't hate
Nuggets,
it, dude.
But
I
like
don't hate it at all.
I'm just saying, like, as someone who like,
It's happened 5 times ever that a team has lost the first 2 games at home and won a series.
wow,
That's nuts.
and one of them was the Devils.
The Nuggets do seem obvious, Sixers region in chat. I agree, but I just feel like, dude, they're flipping that switch. And when that switch gets flipped for a team like the Nuggets, it might just be over for whoever's playing them. And this might be the series where Anthony Edwards comes back next year after getting botted by the Nuggets and is like, fuck, dude, it's go time.
The Minnesota Timberwolves currently have 36% of bets and 77% of handle.
Yeah, it
on
might
them.
just be the Nuggets, dude. It might just be Nuggets Nux.
Wait,
I feel like that would mean that it's the Timberwolves, but yeah.
But 70% of the money.
Yeah.
is on the
Well, just like so more money
like
per bet is on the Timberwolves.
someone's got 10 racks.
Yeah,
on the
like the more
T-Wolves.
like the bigger bets are on the Timberwolves, but
Mm.
less actual bets.
And I got-
Less
okay.
quantity
I
of
heard you
bets, more
incorrectly.
money.
I heard you incorrectly.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be the Timberwolves then. I think we just take the over. I agree with Josh. I don't know if I want to get mixy with that.
The
game.
over is fucking so public, but whatever.
Dude, I don't give a
Yeah.
fucking rats. All right, we got some MLB. Let's talk about it. Phillies, Mets. You take the Phillies. You take the Phillies. I'm taking the Phillies all year, and I don't give a fuck.
wow.
Sorry for cussing. I don't care. But you take the Phillies. You fade the rat shit Mets. There's a couple teams that we fade in this household when it comes to TMA. You fade the moose shit Cardinals. You fade the moose shit Marlins. And we're done fading the White Sox because they like to steal coin.
Yeah, what the fuck's good with the White
And the
Sox
Angels,
and winning?
correct. We
though?
fade
Oh,
that.
we fade the moose shit Angels. Yeah. The 3 teams that we fade, Marlins, Angels, and who was my first team? Fuck.
The Phillies.
The Cardinals.
Cardinals,
Cardinals,
yeah.
Marlins, Angels. You fade those 3
Oh.
teams and you're bringing out the broomski. So we're taking the Phillies at 12-10 standalone game. Josh, I know you're going to say the under system play.
Yeah, it is system play.
So
Okay.
what do you take when the Cardinals and the Angels play each
I
other?
was gonna say, yeah, they play each other today. I was just gonna say that.
Wow. You stay away.
You take a nerfy.
Yeah. Or yeah, you take a nervy or you just run for the goddamn hills.
Yeah, true.
Other than that, I don't really love anything on the baseball board, to be honest with you.
I think the
I love the Phillies.
I think the Cubs get blown out today. personally.
Wow. Okay, so maybe the Braves -1s.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. But yeah,
Whoa.
that's all I like on the baseball board. Should we talk some WNBA? Should we give it a shot? Should
I
we give
mean,
it a
let's do it.
shot?
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we give it a
You
shot?
can give it a shot.
I got some plays.
Let's give it a shot.
Josh has plays.
Let's give it a
Oh,
shot.
I got some plays.
Let's give it a shot.
Fun fact: they don't have the Fever game on this app.
I got it right here.
It's 7.5, right?
5.5.
5. Whoa.
8.5. Sorry, 8.5.
Yeah,
Moved
yeah,
up. Here's what I think we do. I think you take the Liberty -10.5 because all DC teams are mere shit. Shout out Krabs. And I think the Liberty still have Sabrina Ionescu, correct? I'm trying to
Yeah.
get back into
They have
WNBA.
her and Brianna.
And Brianna. Yeah, I mean, dude. Why is it not the Liberty to just blow the shit out of the
Yeah,
Mystics?
I would love to see the finals odds again because remember last year they were +100 to win it all, and the Aces were +100 too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure that.
I think you go Liberty -10.5. We got to take the Fever in game 1 +8.5. I feel like if I didn't do that, I'd be a fraud. And then you're telling me I can fade Diana Taurasi by double digits with the Aces -15.5?
Dude, whenever they get to those spreads, the aces kind of melt towards the
Yeah,
end.
I would lean the Mercury in that game.
I can't.
No, take like first half something.
First half Aces?
Or like a
First
first
half
quarter.
Mercury.
First quarter.
First quarter
fucking
Aces,
high.
dude?
Oh,
Should we take the first
dude,
quarter
I'm actually so
Aces?
down to sweat that out too.
Should we take
It's like get in, get out. First quarter aces spread is 4.5.
By we might, we did.
Let's do
We're
it.
taking the first quarter Aces. Link Storm. I'm not touching that.
Link Storm. I actually
Oh, here we go.
do have a play in that.
Play
It's
of
gonna
the
be
year.
the under.
Play
Every
of
time
the
Josh
year.
says he has a play,
No. It's gonna be the Storm -7.5.
Wow.
I mean, the Lynx are fucking moose.
They're
like
moose?
actual moose. Seattle wasn't great last year either, but Jewel Lloyd, I think, fucking does whatever she wants.
Does whatever she wants in this
Whatever
game.
she wants.
Wow, I kind of love that, dude. Do we take Kelsey? Oh no, wait. Trent has a fade on Kelsey Plum points.
Dude, that's why I don't like the Aces. I think there's just like so much shit around them. There's so much attention on them.
Yeah.
Like,
There's too much going on in that locker room.
Yeah.
I love fading the locker room.
Candace just retired, right? Wow. She's gone. Kelsey Plum just got cheated on. She's gone mentally. I mean, Asia's Asia. She's a dog, but I don't know. Fade them, I think, first game, 15.5 points just
Dude,
for
I'm
the first
reading
game of the
chat,
year.
dude.
Like, it's just insane.
I'm reading chat, dig. Shout out last year's 2 pieces, Sophie Cunningham points and Marcus Stroman fantasy score. We're gonna get one of those.
The Indiana Fever don't play today.
Yeah, they do.
No, they do. Just
Oh, they
not on
do?
the. Yeah,
They're
just not
playing
on
the
the-
Sun.
Oh, but it's not on the books.
Yeah, I don't know why. It will be, but I don't know why it's
Yeah,
not.
it will be.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I want a new.
We're taking the Fever +8.5 for sure.
Why
I'm
not
taking the Liberty -10.5,
Just rip their money line.
and then I'm not doing anything
I
else.
feel like
Dude,
you
they-
have to take the Fever money line.
Yeah, they
game
took a
one.
charter to the fucking game. You don't think they're gonna fucking win that game?
They might.
If they don't win that game, they're bozos for that.
They
They're
better
never
win
getting
that game.
another charter.
All right, should we do a 3-piece prize picks, and then I want to pull someone up from chat really quick. Sorry, BTL.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do a 3-piece prize picks. Shelly, do you have a square for us? And don't say Nichushkin goal because I just want to let you
no.
know he loves cocaine and prostitutes in GTA, so he will not be playing.
Give me Sam Bennett to get 4 hits today. He is the one that hurt Brad.
That felt like you've been
Um,
so tapped since you woke up this morning.
Well, I didn't take it last game and I regret it, but I'm taking it this game just because the storyline's too good. We're only going to get it one more game this series. And yeah, Panthers closing out today. He's getting 4 hits. Sam Bennett.
I want Caitlin Clark PRA.
Okay.
She does it all game 1.
And I would like her counterpart, Aaliyah Boston, more than 15.5 points. I think Caitlin dimes her up all day.
Wow.
Points.
Points.
We're taking both rooks. I like it.
She's not a rookie.
I like it. I like it.
She's a
Sorry,
second-year
not,
player.
Yeah, not Aaliyah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Caitlin Clark PRA, Sam Bennett hits, Aaliyah Boston points.
I'm in.
All right, we're going to throw the link in chat. We're going to bring one person up. Whoever clicks the link first, you get to give me one play to tail. It can't be an under, and I will tail it. I will put a unit on it. What do we got? Let's see it. This is how we're going to try to end every show. Let's do it.
Can I join? Is it possible for me to be the?
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking around.
Bookit people can join.
Serge Shane, first one in here.
Let's go. Sir, what do we got today?
All right. So I'm taking you back to the footy pitch, Mikey. How are we thinking about that? What do we think?
What do you like?
So it's the storyline today, Mikey, is Tottenham Hotspur versus Man City, right?
Yep.
Now, this game might be the most wackiest game and storyline that I ever have experienced as a sports fan. You've got Tottenham, who wants to win the game because you want to win the game, right?
Yep.
But if they win, that means Arsenal will probably win the Premier League title, the biggest rivals. People are talking about how Tottenham might actually intentionally lose the game to Manchester City, who on the other hand are trying to go for the Premier League title themselves, right? But listen to me, okay? Tottenham are one of these teams that Manchester City have struggled with in these past couple years, okay? You're telling me I can get Tottenham Hotspur at plus 1.5 goals on the spread at minus 115? I'm going to nuke this because Tottenham have been City's bogey team and also are going for the UCL spot. And I think today, Tottenham Hotspur get one back on Arsenal and Manchester City. Give me the plus 1.5 on the spread line.
I love that.
Yeah.
That just like from start to bottom, from start to finish. That was one of the better pitches I think we've had on the Bookit Network, including the show where we do pitches for a living. Like that was, I did see, however, the Tottenham players are flying kites in practice. That scares me, but I like the plus 1.5. That I like. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm putting a unit on Tottenham plus 1.5.
Let's go, bro. Footy pitch is the best. Footy bets are the best.
Let's fucking do it. God, I love that.
So
that got me fired up. I'm
my parlay now.
What?
Tottenham plus 1.5.
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets money line.
Wow.
Phillies money line.
Wow. That's what you get when the Chelly way. I'll tell you what. That's a Chelly if
feels,
I've ever heard of
feels
it.
Feels
right. All right. Do you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, stay away from the cocaine, kids. That's literally all I have to say.
That's a message for you. All right, guys, we end every episode with a little inspiration, little motivation. I changed my background this weekend because I feel like I just need to be looking at something that tells me what's going on and keeps my mind right every single morning and every single time that I look at it. And I just want to read the quote for you guys because I think it's a really important quote to read. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I'm going to read that one more time for you guys. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And I think that's really important because I think we've talked about it before. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. There's mountains and valleys on the path to success for a reason. And it's the person that keeps going that ends up winning in the end, right? We talked about dreams and goals. If you don't set a goal to your dream, you're never going to achieve it, right? A dream without a goal is just wasted time. And I think failure is not fatal. Man, I feel like we always think that every time we fail that it's over, that if you try a video, it gets no views. If you show up to work and have a bad day, the week is over. It's not. All right. So the real strength comes from the people that continue and take one step forward every single day, which is what I'm going to ask from you today. Take one step forward for me. It gets easier every day you do it. And by the way, by the end of the month, we might just be sprinting if you take one step forward for me every single day. I love you guys so much. Good morning, good afternoon, good night from the morning after. We will see you here tomorrow. Same time. We got Lauren coming on tomorrow as well to talk some baseball and hopefully some Stars hockey as well. I love you guys so much. You stay right here. We got BT.